Hello Cancer, welcome back to Path of Enlightenment Tarot. For those of you returning to the channel, welcome, and for those of you who are new, welcome to the channel as well. Cancer, I know it's been a minute since I've gotten some videos out. Life has been extremely hectic and crazy. Nothing new here as far as that goes. That's always the way it rolls for me for some reason. Cancer, I was doing some meditating before your reading. Couple of things that Spirit popped out to me was that it may seem like upset, it may seem like loss, but it's leading to a victory. So we'll dive into the cards, we'll see what that means. Separate of that, they also stated that what they showed me was the Page of Cups, or the Knight of Cups. And, you know, that is a messenger of love, essentially. Hello, Kitty. To me, there's a closeness coming in with certain relationships in your life where you're getting comfortable. I won't say that you're being cautious, but you're taking it one step at a time. But I feel like there's some gaps being bridged, developing new relationships with people. It doesn't have to be, you know, just romantic. So, you know, take it and put it into how it fits. I will say that I want, you know, listening to some other readers and things like that. A lot of stuff is lovey-dovey, gets romanticized. I think for some of you that might be the case, but I don't think that's going to be the case for all of you. It's about your partnerships. You're going to realize who's there and who's not. You could be making the gesture of a loving offer. Others, you know, you could be on the receiving end of that as well. So we'll dive into the cards and see what comes out. So Cancer, this is going to be your June 2023 reading. I thank each and every single one of you for tuning in, as you always do. Your love, support to the channel, subscribing, liking, commenting, sharing the videos is very, very much appreciated. And I thank you for being patient with me. If you guys are interested in personal readings, that information can be found in the description box below, as well as the About section of the page. So with that, let's get into your reading and see what comes out for you guys. All right, Spirit. This is going to be June 2023 for Cancer. The cat is prowling around this morning, so we may have a guest appearance, huh? He sits underneath the table. All right, Cancer. What does Cancer need to know, Spirit? Hope you guys are doing well. I think I touched base on everything. Beautiful uncaging, and it is what it is. I did Aquarius's video and yesterday, and it is what it is. Was on the split or the cut of the deck as well. Beautiful uncaging. To me, it's coming to terms, and there he is. Figured he was going to make an appearance. Coming to terms with situations and understanding that it's going to fulfill you some other way. So, the sign of Cancer, for the sign of Cancer, please, Spirit. A great big love, I'm telling you. And it is what it is. Another card of love, and it is what it is. I think you're also finding some balance to situations as well, where maybe there was a lack of it before. I almost feel like you guys are coming, bridging the gap there, the land between. It's almost like where there was nothing before, maybe you were sitting in like a void kind of energy. You're coming out of that. You're figuring out how to balance them out. You know, you have to have both sides to reach that land in between. So I could also see the Six of Pentacles being at play during this reading as well, that it's equal give and take, right? You give, I give. You receive, I receive, right? So that's pretty much how that is coming in for me, for you guys. So for Cancer, please, Spirit. See what's trying to, a powerful move. That card also came out for Aquarius, but we will see. We've got, makes it almost impossible to read. Cancer, anything else for Cancer, please, Spirit. A burst of magic. I think you're going to find yourself, Spirit is saying dancing with the cycles of life. I feel like your energy is becoming a little more lighthearted. It's becoming a little more open. As things are changing around you, and ears wide open, that was at the bottom whenever I read for Aquarius. I'll say this to you, some of you guys might have Aquarius in your chart on a higher view. I think that may have also come out on a split or something for them as well. You guys see me shuffle these cards. But I feel like you're starting to see things differently. You're starting to see the connectivity of things around you, how it works, right? And that's interesting. You may be diving into a lot of feminine energy at this time as well. But it's like, I will say this to you. I'm getting this feeling that if there are people around you that you are giving time, energy, and effort into, and you can be your most beautiful self, it's almost like somebody says the wrong thing and you kind of turn back around and it's like a real, like, excuse you, what did you just say to me? It's kind of like that, because it's almost like you turn around quickly, and this is not going to be for all of you, but it's like you turn around quickly and go, you better check yourself. It's almost like you go on the defensive or on the attack. So I don't know what that is for some of you, but it's like you're feeling good, and it might be a message of some sort that comes in that you turn around and you've got to step into like a fierce kind of energy where like all of a sudden something has gotten your attention, where you were dancing with the waves of life, you were in a state of flow, could be in a state of flow right now, and something comes in and grabs your energy and attention, and it's like, don't go there with me. Bitch mode, if you want to call it that, you know. And it's just like, you're going to do what you need to do, and you're going to move forward from whatever this is. And I think to the meditation that I did prior, and I said, you know, or Spirit gave me, and I repeated to you, it may seem like upset and loss, but it's leading to a victory. It's leading to something new. So I don't think that this is a bad thing. It's just very interesting energy, okay? So let's grab you a couple of mantra cards here to see how these tie in. Very interesting, Cancer. Very interesting. All right. Anyhow, he's made his appearance and he's on his way. All right. For Cancer, please, Spirit. For Cancer. I'm hearing, Spirit, you're not going to take any shit, whatever that means. So if you're dealing with certain things, it's kind of like you're standing your ground, not tolerating certain behaviors from other people. You're too busy being creative right now. You're just not going to take any guff from anybody. And that's changing the direction in which you're going, because you're like, you're not allowing yourself to be thrown off course at this time. Spirit is saying you may not be completely sure what that course is, but you're like dancing. I don't know, this idea of dancing just keeps coming, excuse me, keeps coming through. But it's like through that, you're in a flow. You're in a flow right now where you're lighthearted, you're on your feet, and this could just be throughout the month of June entirely. But through that time, anything that comes in to disrupt that energy, you're going to shut it down pretty quickly. You're just not going to tolerate any of that. So maybe where before you were a little more easygoing, let things ride, you're just not going to have it, and you're going to switch back into the creative flows of life. You'll handle what needs to be handled and jump right back into the creative flows of things. So cultivating courage and creating cooperation. And cooperation, this card too, you know, you see all the cards in this deck, and that same card again came out for Aquarius. So again, I'm going to repeat to you guys, Aquarius could very well, you may be dealing with an Aquarius, or you could be simply, you know, that you have it in your chart in significant placements. And of course, I don't know if I said this, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, right, guys? So pay attention. But this cultivating courage, in any given moment, I always know exactly what to do. And I do feel that that energy sits with this burst of magic and the ears wide open, that you can do your dance, you can be in your space of flow, but when this message or whatever this is comes in, or this behavior from somebody or something else, you're going to be quick to turn around, handle your business, and then keep moving forward without massive disruption. So then we've got the creating cooperation. More gets accomplished when everyone has a role to play. you're playing your role very well right now, Cancer, and you will be, I think, throughout the month of June. Excuse me. The weather keeps changing here. The mornings are super cold. The days are warmer, and it's messing with me like always. But anyways, 2, 5, 9. 9, independent energy there. I'm going to look at that, and it's also creating balance. So it's like everybody is doing their part. I still get this idea of snide and snippy bullshit somewhere. Like something's happening that's snide, snarky, something to that effect with that. And that's where that independent energy is coming in going, I know who I am. I've got this under control. Just keep going, please. I will say, Cancer, this reading seems to be, I don't want to call it better than the ones before, but you're just not being knocked off course. I think this is the best way to put this. So, all right, let's see what else is going on for you guys. And illuminating the truth is over there as well. Let me see. I am willing to see things clearly no matter the outcome. Again, you know, going back to, again, to that meditation where they said it may seem like upset, loss, but a victory is on the horizon. It's like a 3-part kind of thing. Seeds planted in the past with the 7 of Pentacles, but in the reverse, it's, I hate to call it just the opposite, but it really is like, were those Pentacles worth the effort that you put in? But it changes out to the 8 of Pentacles in the upright. Maybe the plans haven't gone according to the way you thought they would, is really what that's telling me. But keep working towards what you're working towards. 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. Cancer, this could do a lot with your personal finances. It could be a lot of, you know, we're going to clarify and see what comes up. But, and then there's the Knight of Pentacles on the bottom. So, we'll see. We'll see how this works. 10 of Pentacles can be some losses sustained, you know, various things like that, not feeling so stable and so secure. But what I find to be interesting is how this 8 of Pentacles falls out in the in-between, because you're working on something new, right? And like I said, with that 10 of Pentacles, I want to, with it being in the reverse, I want to dive a little deeper. More Pentacles, Cancer. 6 of Pentacles. I said I wouldn't be surprised if the 6 of Pentacles came out. There it is. Because this is about giving. This is about, and I'm hearing about the maturity. So this could be a maturity of investments. It could be a maturity of, they're saying there may be time to, if you do, I'm going to be honest with you guys, I don't mess with the stock market. I don't get into all that stuff. I'm not a fan of numbers outside of numerology. So, just being straight with you. But what I'm hearing though is this may be a point where you may want to pay attention if your assets are balancing out to secure them and put them in a safe space. Because with this 2 of Swords here, it's like, what do I do with this? It's almost like, what am I doing? What direction am I heading? What should I do with this? Don't turn a blind eye. Make sure that you're giving careful attention to those things as well. But whatever you're giving to, I don't think that you know, but it's going to give back to you tenfold. Queen of Swords, I think you are being very logical about it. The 6 of Cups, this can deal with the home, the family, children, things of the past as well, but I don't get this past feeling. I feel like this is the here and now with this card today. And then the Moon, you know, you may not see how this is going to play out, but in the long run, I'm hearing tenfold. It's coming back tenfold. So one more card, please, Spirit, for the sign of Cancer. You know, I've got 5 cards on the table and 4 of them are Pentacles. But what I will say is that I do like the fact a healing or a period of rest. I see another mother and child. This can be a mother-daughter dynamic as well. Doesn't have to be Knight of Wands. You may be coming in to help other people. If you have small children, I don't know why I want to say you may have 3 small children as well. You also, in Spirit, is giving me, you may be waiting on other people around you to mature when it comes to being stabilized as well. So, what I will say to this is this is like a temporary situation. This is like an overnight, and I kind of want to say to you next week, cross my fingers, I've got things accomplished and have the time to do it. I would love to pull another reading because this is all minor arcanas. This is a temporary situation. This isn't something that is going to massively roll the month of June for you. I feel I almost want to go, this is a weekly reading. You know, and I sometimes I'll put time markers on things and stuff like that. It just depends, but it always comes from spirit, not so much the cards when I get that inclination. And what they're saying is that this is a short-lived situation because you're moving into something better. You're all moving into something better somehow. The 6 and the 4, when you look at the Roman numerals, they reflect each other. So they're you know, mirroring back the same numbers to one another. God, I can't talk. And then that 2 of Swords is a period right now of indecision. But it's going to come to fruition on what it is that you need to do. But again, if you're like in your investments, pay attention to your investments, right? Because it's like if you're nurturing those, you're going to, it's going to change up. It's going to be very different. I feel like the work that you've put in certain aspects, you're just not sure what to do with it anymore. It may have run its course. It may not have quite reached the peak of where you thought it was going to go. The 8 of Pentacles and the 6 of Pentacles together, when you add those up in numerology, that equates down to a 5. 5 is change, so it's a time to change the direction. It's time to change where things are headed. Keep working, because it will, that the work that you're putting in now towards whatever it is, and I'm going to say, some of you are learning and researching new subjects as well. But I don't feel like that whatever this learning is, that it's going to take you more than 2 to 3 weeks. Because it seems like it's something you need to dig into, something you need to dive into. But I also don't feel like it's again, this energy doesn't seem like it's far out. So some of you may have already dealt with this, and this is just confirmation of the same, that you did exactly what you needed to do, or how you could have done things differently. For others of you, this may be starting right now, and for others of you, I'm going to say by the 2nd week of June, this will be happening. So it's just the time frame that I'm getting, and it's very indicative of this short burst. You know, and funny that too, now that I say that, burst of magic is sitting in the middle. It's a burst. It's a short-lived sprint. The Knight of Wands, you know, he's off to the races. A quick gallop from here to there to be that messenger as well, even though he's a knight. But he's taking action. He's taking action, but I don't feel like he's got very far to go. Okay, so, you know, address that however, wherever it fits into your life. Don't force it to fit. But, and then that 10 of Pentacles in the reverse with the 4 of Swords. There's a limiting of the people that are involved. So I don't know what that means. Your circle just may be getting smaller. You're finding out where things did not come to, Spirit is saying, fruition. And it's like, you may be looking up to somebody, or somebody may be looking up to you to be a place of rest and rejuvenation, a place to pray. You may be praying for things to turn around. Interesting energy. So let's clarify. Let's get to it. King of Wands. Could be dealing with a Sagittarius. Got some Sag energy there. Something has brought you to a place of indecision. Some of you may have walked away from a situation that seemed to be dramatic or fueled by things where you felt like you were, there's that death card. The end, right? It's a transition. Number 13 breaks down to a 4 about your foundations. You may have dealt with something or somebody that you are just tired of playing the games with. And, you know, they could have been watching you, spying on you, just keeping eyes and tabs on you for various reasons. They just seem to be angry that you're walking away from certain situations. And, if they are, then let them. You know, your indecision, I think, with this is coming to terms with where it is that you're going to go. And this could be that part of that ears wide open where you just turn around and you're like, excuse you? What? Like, I get very much that energy of like, how dare you go there? What gives you the right? but I don't feel like you're going to stay in this energy. You're just, again, you're not going to be tolerant of it. So by you emitting your boundaries and standing your ground, Cancer, it's like you're walking away from this and you're leaving somebody else in the background pretty angry. I'm going to be honest with you. But your energy is just so like, I don't care. I don't care. And that's okay. It's okay to be in that energy. It's okay to just go, you know what, this isn't for me. I'm not going to invest the time, energy, and effort. The interesting thing to this, and I've never noticed this on this card, is that fire and that passion that you have for the drive that you've got, whether this was dealing with somebody else that has created this, it's almost like this ripple effect. That like once that fire is lit, it's emitting outward and other people around you are being affected by it, but in a positive light. Like you're able to transform, Cancer, through this, like, I'm going to call it like a chameleon energy. Like if you have to change your colors to protect yourself, you will. You'll blend in with the rest of them. So, you know, discern that and place that where that fits for you. But through this, and I've got the chills, there's a spark of light that's coming in that something is changing. It's like you may not see with this Two of Swords. You know, she's got the blindfold on. You may not see how this is changing. But somehow in this, you are extremely calm about it. You just, it's, oh well, like I feel like you're at your calmest point right now. It's almost like you're sitting, I don't want to say brooding. That word came through, but I don't care for that word. It's not like that you're necessarily like sitting and brooding on things as much as it is that it's like the culmination of peace before you like start pumping, you know, pumping your way forward. Like you're just, again, Knight of Wands, taking action towards whatever is going on for you. It's interesting energy. Very interesting energy. All right, the Eight of Pentacles and Six of Pentacles. Spirit, what clarifies this? Judgment. Yeah, you're releasing yourself. You're freeing yourself. This Eight of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles. I'm hearing fair and just decisions too with this Judgment card. Like Knight of Wands, you're going to have fun with it. There's that creative energy, right? You're opening yourself up to new growth. I think that you're finding new ways to just be at some level of peace in your life that you hadn't been there. You hadn't been there in a long time. And you're opening yourself up to that. You're welcoming it. You're freeing yourself. You know, Judgment is also, to me, it's like a card of protection as well. Karmic type of stuff as well. I mean, lots and lots of different things can come from Judgment, but I feel like you're breaking loose from the chains maybe of your own thoughts in the past, your own spending habits, your own behaviors, this financial release of, you know, checking on your investments, like something, again, I talked about it maturing, you know, let's just say, see, I don't know enough about the stocks and stuff like that, but what I'll say is, like, say you invested $500, okay, and you made 1,000 and it's come down to where it's balanced out somehow. I don't know, but you know that you've made enough to get back out. Does that make, I don't know. Hopefully this is making sense. But it's like you're recognizing that it's like getting out while the getting's good because you're in a good place. Like, this has done for me exactly what I needed it to do, and now I'm going to move on from that. So it's again, it's like this Judgment card is a reminder to me that it's matured. That it's, you know, with this card, she's leaving the physical body into spirit, right? Her soul is moving on and moving forward. And I feel like whatever this is releasing you from maybe some burdens that you've had. And the next phase is going to be very creative and very fun for you. And I think you're already embracing that fun and creative energy. So it's just like, I don't know. I just feel like you're being loosened up to something else. I don't know how else to put that. All right, and let's clarify. Clarify for the Five of Cups with the Magician. I do feel like with this, with that Ten of Pentacles in the reverse, the Four of Swords in the upright, For some of you, and then the Magician over here, the Hierophant, the Seven of Pentacles in the upright, you may feel as if certain things, it's almost like you almost feel like you're flushing some of your dreams down the toilet. There's really no other way to put that. Don't focus on any losses, obviously. I think you're sitting with them at this time where things may feel unbalanced, kind of going, well, so much for that. But I think that, again, in the long run, this is going to be very beneficial. I'm actually going to throw, I'm going to grab a couple cards. Throw, get them, whatever. What comes after this Five of Cups, Spirit? It's just like, you know, it's sorrow. It's, you know, there's a cup that awaits for that victory that I talked about, that success that I talked about in the beginning. Like, it seems like upset and loss, but it's leading into something far greater, I think, than you can imagine. Right now, it's handling those feelings and recognizing how far you've come to reach this space of freedom for yourself. So, you know, very, very interesting what comes after this. And for some of you, I also feel like, it's kind of sound a little crazy. You don't care that it's like you care, but you don't care that it's falling apart. Or that there's been some losses. It's just like, okay, let's just watch it happen because we watched ourselves build this. Now let's watch it fall apart. King of Pentacles, Two of Wands, movement, travel, stable foundations. You're going to have to muster up the strength and courage. I think there's a little bit at Four of Pentacles, holding on to things. Do not get stiff and rigid. Yes, this may have been a long journey, but the Wheel of Fortune, the Ten of Pentacles in the upright, this is changing. And I'm going to go back to the fact that this might be a period of 2 to 3 weeks. I don't know why. I'm going with that. That's what they're giving me. So it may feel a little difficult for the next, I don't even want to say difficult. It just kind of feels like it's pushing your buttons. Put it that way. So whatever this incoming message is or whatever, might be pushing your buttons a little bit. And it may be, it's almost like you're going through a phase. Again, I don't think it's going to last very long. But this phase of feeling secure, then looking out to the horizon, making new plans. Four of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles is holding on, right? Control. Don't hold on to control, but take what's yours. Okay? Take what's yours and move forward. Because I do think that other things are coming. That Wheel of Fortune with that Nine of Wands and that Ten of Pentacles. To me, it's like you're almost there. You take the risk. Take the gamble. Just go with it. It kind of reminds me with that combination there of the Fool card. You're almost there, and once you get to 10, you're starting over, right? And that Wheel of Fortune is taking a turn to the positive. It's been a long battle to get to where you are. It's the Wounded Warrior, right? The Nine of Wands is the Wounded Warrior. One more hurdle to cross, and then it's all good. So, I'm hearing, take what is yours. Take what belongs to you. It's yours. You've worked for it. You've had at it. Take what belongs to you. You're almost there. You're so close. Wherever you're heading, whatever it is that you're trying to do, you're almost there. And maybe you don't quite see the direction. But you know that something greater is on the horizon. I got the chills. Ooh, Cancer. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, let's get you some advice from the Kuan Yin Oracle deck here. Oh, well, I'm going to try to make myself a note here so I don't forget. And then see if I can get you guys out another reading, because I do feel the threshold. Ah, who knew? I do think that this is a temporary energy. I'm really curious to see what your energy comes up with next week, where it's shifted to. The threshold. At the threshold you stand. Before you lies a way of being that is beyond fear. It is a sacred passing through a karmic veil into a new life of empowerment, peace, and unconditional love. You are coming home to love. Just, my skin. And, you know, this, when I go back to, like, when I said, like, the Knight of Pentacles, or not Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, the Cups in the beginning. This is, what you're moving into is a loving offer. You know, I think I said that in the beginning of the video with what came out in the meditation. And again, karmic veil. And I said with this judgment, this could be karmic stuff, right? It's a sacred passing through a karmic veil into a new life of empowerment, peace, and unconditional love. You are coming home to love. Things are changing. Things are changing. I won't say it's drastically. I think whether this is business, love, family, home, whatever, you had, and I'm hearing you had to have this experience, Cancer. You had to have this experience because, like, you've earned your stripes. You've earned and learned very valuable lessons through whatever this is. And now it's standing up, that empowerment. It's standing up for yourself. It's standing up maybe for the people around you. It's having a voice. But like I said, I feel like you're dancing in the flow of life. You're enjoying it. You're in a state of bewilderment maybe a little bit, but in a good way. But you're not going to take any shit. So go after what is for you. Okay? It's your turn. I love this. I think this is really cool energy. I like it, Cancer. All right, anyhow, guys, I hope that this reading resonated for you. If it did, please hit the like, share, subscribe, comment. Personal readings are available, and that information is found in the description box below, as well as the About section of the page. You guys can check out the online website where we have ordering and all kind of stuff. I have gemstones and crystals and herbs and all kind of great things on there. You know, taking the holistic approach to our betterment the whole way around, right? So that's holisticallyzenwv.com. So, guys, feel free to reach out if you need anything. Remember, this wasn't a personal reading, but if you want to dive deeper, get a hold of me. Let me know. I'll be happy to do readings with you. On that note, Cancer, have a fantastic June. I will see you all soon, and thank you for being so patient and so kind. Sending you guys all my love. Take care.